Senator Lummis, back to you.
Thanks very much, Mr. Chairman. My first question is for Mr. Wood. Last year, the Use It Act was signed into law to support carbon utilization and direct air capture research, which is really an exciting area of research that's going on right now in the Permian Basin in Texas, actually directly capturing carbon out of the air. Are there other things our committee and Congress should be doing to support carbon capture, utilization, and sequestration technology?
One of the limitations right now is cost. It costs about $50 a ton to remove carbon dioxide from an operating coal-fired power plant. So we need some research into technologies that can drop that. And there are research activities that are taking place right now, but more money, more research into reducing the cost. The second thing is transmission. We in West Virginia don't have a lot of places that you can inject natural gas in the subsurface, so we'll have to transmit it to other places. That means pipelines. That means permits. And so those two areas, I think, are areas that the government can help an awful lot in developing the transmission and capture of CO2.
Well, thanks, Mr. Wood, and you just segued into my next question. I know that Mayor Garcetti said in his written testimony, quote, "We must streamline permitting processes through laser-focused agency coordination and accelerated environmental review." I couldn't agree more. I think that that is an important observation, and it is something government can do. So my question is for Ms. Snyder. Can you speak to the complicated process of navigating authorizations and permits from multiple federal agencies as well as state and local governments?
Sure. It is quite a long and arduous process for our interstate pipelines. It's a multi-year process, in fact. In order to actually construct a interstate pipeline, you first have to conduct an environmental review. That's first and foremost, and that's something that typically is conducted by FERC. But many different federal agencies are involved, including the Army Corps of Engineers, the Fish and Wildlife Service, and others. There are other actors that occurs, such as states are often involved in taking a look at impacts to water quality. So there's a water quality certification as well. And some of our members have had issues in the past where certain states are not listening to the explicit direction that Congress gave them and acting within a reasonable period of time, not to exceed 1 year from receipt of a request. So we really need to make sure that everyone is acting in a timely fashion, streamlined, not duplicating efforts, and trying to ensure that these decisions are happening in a timely manner. It's very important for our industry in particular because our projects are completely funded by private capital.
Switching gears just a little bit, Ms. Snyder, how does natural gas infrastructure support the development of renewable energy?
Natural gas infrastructure is foundational to our energy system, and it really does complement renewables quite well because it is extremely reliable. As we looked at data from a 10-year period, our members were able to meet their firm contractual commitments 99.79% of the time. So natural gas can be available to support renewable energy sources at times when they're not available.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I yield back.